can see. So if you see crime, hold it. Don't take law in your hand on your authority. Let it come take it all again. Crime stopper here for us. When you second to your door, whether you rich or you poor. If you see a you must talk, let me you check. You wait for yourself, babe. If you see it, don't keep it. My part on boy. Come stop up, the people bringing sector to your door. Come stop up, stop me cry and make it before them before. Come stop on Liberia, from the sector to interior. Come stop up, keep me all safe, the stopping ground for all. Come stop up, the people bringing sector to your door. Come stop me cry and make it before them before. Come stop on Liberia. On the second to interior, Crime Stopper, keep me safe, the stopping ground for all.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stop me cry and make it before them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. On the second to interior, Crime Stopper, keep me safe, the stopping ground for all. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stop me cry and make it before them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. On the second to interior, Crime Stopper, keep me safe, the stopping ground for all.
All right, so thanks. So kindly after that very break, we are back and let's now usher in our first. That's our guest here, the first person. Uh, Good evening, Mr. Reeves.
Good evening, and today is not a good evening, David, and good evening to Mama Liberia and to the We Nation and to Grandpastor in general. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm doing pretty good. Hope you are fine as well.
I'm doing very well, yes.
Yeah. So how was the weekend?
The weekend was good as usual. The only thing I didn't do yesterday was I did not go to church in person, but I was able to do virtual service.
Okay.
That is, stay home and watch the service uh, on the social media.
Oh,
But it was
okay. That's
good.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's
How,
fine.
how was yours?
Yes, mine was also good. Over the weekend, I have to, represent the institution here. We have a nighttime security program called Kapau Secure Liberia, and also Freedom Crime Wash. The Crown Stopper Liberia is also in partnership with the group as well, and so we're able to go to Nima County, and so launched the organization there as well. In helping to safeguard our communities and also fight against the issue of the influx of illicit drugs in the country. So it was also successful and well attended by residents of that part of the country. So it was something that was so colorful, and so I'm grateful to God for such, and it is our prayer that such be decentralized across the country, because through the help of Omen Sensayan, he's as usual doing extremely well when it comes to the issue of fighting crimes in various communities and the country at large, in collaboration with the anti crime group that the Kapau Secure Liberia. So that's all, and so it was great, like I stated earlier on.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that particular program is very good for our people.
Yeah, sure.
Brings a lot of awareness about the situation, taking matters into your own hands,
Oh yeah.
calling for help if you feel you are in danger and things like that. That's very, very good.
Yeah, and this is something the organization, through the help of Omen Science has been involved into. There are a lot of times wherein pregnant women will call, family members of elderly people will call, and in no time, the agents will arrive at that moment and it show that those people are taken to the nearby hospitals or clinic. And, several times on the program, you will hear, oh, family members will call to thank the organization, and, appreciate the group for what they have done. So these are things the organization is involved into. And so it's very good for our country.
That's good.
Yeah.
So
And
how?
so,
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
yes. So, for issues that we'll be looking at this evening, that which at the time will run up to 1 a.m. tomorrow morning. First on our plate of discussion here, we'll be looking at former President Wiat's recent outburst about the boycotts administration on our sister program faced the issue with the station's manager, Mr. Abraham Wen. All right, so recently, that was on the Friday, the former president appeared on the program, and there were a lot of things that were said, but I will catalog some of those things that he talked about. So let me go to the next issue. So the last Monday, one of the issues that we discussed on the platform here during my time on the program was the issue that has to do with those two buses that were brought in the country from Ghana to be tested on our Liberian rules. And we have been informed that those buses are now taken back to Ghana. And so we'll also be providing information that led to those buses to be taken to Ghana. And rest assured, as promised by the government, that after the test drive, some good number of those buses will be brought into the country, but we are not seeing any possibility with the issue of the circumstances surrounding those buses. So we'll also talk about that. So these are the two issues that we will be looking at this evening. And so let me hear from you before detailing on some of those things that I outlined from the president's interview that he had with the station's manager.
Yes, I listened to the entire program. I was listening to the
Okay,
president.
that's good. That's good. That's
I
good.
think so. That, yeah.
We are on par. That's good. All right. So I know exactly you may have outlined other things that he spoke about, but let me firstly draw the audience attention to some of those things that the president talked about. If possible, probably I can play the audio here so as to acquaint our listening audience to whatever thing we'll be talking about here. So, this, among other things, the president talked about the former president. The theory about president, yeah, used to go now.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So, I don't want for the people to hold me to content. Okay. So, the former president, you got for people to come and and say, oh, Jordan, you call it Jordan president. So, the former president, okay. So, the former president talked about the issue of the violation of the laws by the boycott government by the wrongful dismissal or dismissing of people, and also witch hunting people who are serving tenure positions. All right. So, according to the president, during the interview that he had, the boycott administration has been involved into wrongfully dismissing people who were then employed in his government. And also, uh, the government of President Boyka is witch hunting people who are serving tenure position. That's one of the things the former president talked about. And he also said that the Liberian leader is surrounded or has surrounded himself with gangsters. So I would like for us to underscope that very quickly. Let me bring in Mr. Tunis. Let me quickly bring in Mr. Tunis. All right. So, Mr. Tunis, you are welcome.
Good evening, guys. Good evening, Mama Liberia. Thank you for welcoming me. I'm glad to be sharing this platform with you guys. Let the
That's good.
show go on.
That's good. Okay. Thank you so much. Were you following prior to you coming on the show?
Yes, I was
All right,
been
so I
listening.
think already in line with what we are talking about here, and so as I was saying, I want us to underscore the war against us. Okay, so the former president said the current Liberian leader has surrounded himself with gangsters who I'm sure advising him to take these kind of wrong decisions. And so the former Liberian leader also mentioned about recent humiliation meted against him by the boycott's government by denying him from using the VIP lounge at the Roberts International Airport on two separate occasions. And another thing that he said that grabbed many people's attention, he said that a leader who does not respect another leader will crush or will end up crushing. So these are things that are on a scope from the former president's interview that he had on our station here last Friday. So I will just throw control back to you people. Probably you have listened to the you follow the show, you listening to the recording. Probably there were other things that you also that also grab your attention that I would like to mention before we go on with our discussion this evening. So back to you people.
Thank you. Thank you so much for. I don't know if you talk about the bosses too, right?
Yeah. I also made mention of that as well.
Okay. All right. Let me bring in my brother Solomon. You listen to our co-host. The two topics tonight will be mainly about the president interview just a couple of days ago. I think it was on Friday, about how the government is running. And also, we heard from a week ago or week plus, we heard from some high level government officials or official, which they mainly, to be specific, they are political advisor to the president Boakai uh, Mandela Cooper,
Mhm.
and telling us that there's about some buses, gigantic buses that brought into the country, two of it kind brought into the country for test driving, because there are many others, like 300, to be
Mhm.
specific, 300 will be followed after the test drive. And we heard again that the buses being returned to Ghana. So these are what my Cody, our co-host, want us to talk about. What's your thoughts?
Thank you very much. Again, when you are doing trial and error, or maybe through something to see if it's going to hold. I think in Liberia there is a saying, it can hold or it won't hold.
Mhm.
Uh, those are some of the things that are going on. Few months back, we heard that there were 100 plus or 200 plus yellow machine that was in the country and what have you. Those were not in the budget. Um, how did it come in the country? Uh, who's responsible? When the Liberian people started questioning, uh, we saw the action of the government. Uh, because the people want to know whether that was reality or somebody just making up some stuff. The same thing after that one was uh, taken care of by the Liberian people. Then another thing came up that the government is bringing in 300 buses from Ghana, uh, and that was not even it was not in the budget as well.
Mhm.
Uh, it's nothing, so it did not hold, and they have to send the bus back. So what they're trying to do is they want to know whether the Liberian people actually they understand how government works, or whether the Liberian people they are aware of the situation. I don't want to use the word to say that they want to know whether the Liberian people are stupid or not. But they're trying all kinds of things to see which one we hold. And the reason they're doing all of these things is because President Joseph Yima Boagai is not in full control yet. There are a lot of things that are coming. He does not, because he's not fully involved, he does not evaluate to see the pros and cons.
Mhm.
Um, so those are some of the things. There are people that even going against the constitution or the code of conduct for the leadership or for the entitlement of government officials, whether ex officials or current officials. Um, One of them has to be with the VIP.
Mhm.
When President uh, Weah was in power, he did not uh, deny the VIP to any of the top government officials, including our current president. So if somebody is doing something that they didn't the first time, uh, and he didn't say anything. They did it the second time, he didn't say anything. So that is to prove me that what I said about my own uh, partisan, that he is not able to find solution to problem. He does not want to take blame, so he let uh, just sit there and people do whatever they have to do, and that is tarnishing his administration very badly. What President Weah said, I just want to give talk on both of them, or unless you guys want us to talk separately. But with what President Weah said, anybody who is in government, former leader, they have to be respected. Unless that former,
We can talk about the boss about 30 minutes,
okay,
and then we continue with the other topic. We
So,
should
so,
have,
so we talk about the boss issue opening line, or
no, I mean, let's discuss it a little bit and then open the line. Yes.
okay, yeah,
I,
yeah, that
I,
that would be okay.
I would say the bus was not brought in by the government. I think I was saying that, and cousin Tony said, "No, don't speak for them." I said, "Well, that I'm just playing devil advocacy." Um, I think somebody wanted to do their own business. That government will get contract, or government will get contract for them to be running all of these stuff so that they can make money and maybe give something or nothing to government at all. They want to use um, the government office. They want to use the government stand. They want to use the face of the government. But that was not government project. Government project is in government's budget, and government budget is approved by the legislative body. Nothing that was in the budget that we were informed. We as citizens of Liberia were informed about. So none of those things were there. All of the things that they are doing, they want to see which one will hold. And I like that word. Some people say it will not hold, and some people say it will hold. So they know it did not hold. So they have to either take the buses away or move it from the street because it cannot hold.
Well, what you're saying here, you yourself, you are not too sure of what you're saying. The government's the one that bringing these things to us, telling us that they bring in buses to run to at least be part of the transportation systems in Liberia. It's not an entity towards this. This coming directly from the political advisor was interviewed by journalists.
Oh yes, yeah.
Where are we now going to say it was not coming in by government? Even if it's not in the budget or it's in the budget, or that's we don't know. This coming from the high office. Okay, same thing with the yellow machine. It's not in the budget, but they're telling us that they were bringing it. And right now, as we speak, they're telling us that it's at the airport. They are asking the government, I mean the legislature, to approve of $60 million. Okay, all of these things. If it's private entity, they will tell us there's some joint venture. And secondly, I want you to understand that the Liberian government not supposed to buy old things, used things. Everything that they buy, they bring in the country should be brand new. So I don't know where this government is coming from to go buy used buses to bring in the country. That's not in the law of Liberia. You can check that out. So this government, I don't really know how they run in the country. Like the president said, and I will take that word, and I want to believe that the bunch of gangsters just throwing things to the Liberian people the way they feel like. They think some of us, we are stupid. That's what they're thinking. Because the whole country can be stupid. All right. How will you take 300 boys? This is coming from the highest level of government.
Oh yeah, somebody who works directly in the president's office.
She's bringing us this information. All right, and the two bosses, the same lady, just a couple of months ago, when they denied the president from using the VIP, she said that the VIP lunch was it was furnished by Joseph Boakai. I heard that from her live from Spoon. And I asked her, do you have receipt for those things? She said, yes, you are going to bring the receipt the next time they asked her to come on the show. And the person asked her, but how can a sitting president can be there, the elected president furnishing or doing something? How is that? She couldn't answer that question. You see, it is lie plus lie upon lie coming to the Liberian people. They think we are living in our grandparents' days, that whatever they throw at us, we just take it away it come. Is that what these people are thinking? Okay. And I heard that the bosses are going back.
Yeah. So what happened?
Also, also go ahead, finish that for me.
Yeah, definitely. Those bosses have been taken back to Ghana because I saw it for myself. I have a video on my phone here on my way to Nima during the course of the weekend. The two bosses passed. They passed by also. I actually thought that they were like going in Nima County. But as we drove further, I couldn't see those bosses. So later on, I tried to ask certain regarding the bosses, and I was told that those bosses have been carried back to Ghana. And so I did further research, and it is true that those bosses, as we speak, they are in Ghana with the Liberia National Transit Authority information or printer on those buses. All right. So you see the issue here. I just want to take a back on what Mr. Reeves said earlier on, that those buses were not brought in by the government. Now, this is somebody who works in the office of the president. You see, as I said the last time, that as long these things are not being flagged by the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism, there was some level of scam that was surrounding the issue of the buses. right? So Liberia have a public procurement and concession commission that are responsible, you know, to get these materials for government, to procure these kind of materials for government. So how on earth with the government, be doing this kind of thing without the knowledge of this established and legal government entity? So you see, so what people have been saying over the past time validates whatsoever thing that is happening now. So everything that people have said about the president, one thing that people always say that the president is not in control of the government. So that's the reason why one political advisor will just go to Ghana and try to stretch sucking on, as we say in our local Liberian English, crocodile deal with one other person in Ghana who we are told has some high level of criminal records, and try to bring those bosses in the country. Try to bring those bosses in the country, as he said, to maybe, let's say, run a deal where he give those bosses to another person, where the person will be benefiting, a group of people will be benefiting. Because they know now, people, we are talking. We are putting to use the microphones to educate our people. So even a woman who sells in the market, the papa who lives in a slum community, will be able to determine when corruption takes place in government. So they are using means, they are using different means to carry on some level of corruption. So that's what they are doing. So President Boyka accepted that. You listen to the woman's interview. He said the president is in the know of day. And the president wants to do that to reduce the transportation stress that Liberians are faced with.
Well, they were overdoing it anyway because 300 buses is too many.
They were overdoing it. So the issue here is that you cannot impress Liberians at their own detriment, Mr. President. You cannot impress the citizens at their own detriment. You're talking about bringing those buses. All right, let's agree. If those buses were brought into the country, they would have helped. And, the issue of transportation, because since the no-go zone thing happened, the issue of transportation and all this kind of thing for people to move from one place to another, it has been a very serious problem. It continues to be a problem. It would have helped. But why would you be doing this kind of thing? We are not in elections period. Election is over. Why would you want to impress the Liberian people at their own detriment? So the president knows about this. And he's condescending to the extent that, he gave that lady go ahead to do this. So why would the president or the government be working and they are not working in line with the budget? Why would they be doing things? So this is something that points to a high level of corruption and also validates the fact that President Boyka is not in control of this government. Anyone in the government does anything at any time. Mamata Berete the last time came up and sell all other things. Today, it is Madera Cooper, for whom the country has become a laughing stock out there. The Ghanaians, though, if you're not afraid of people that can laugh at people in Africa, you might be afraid of the Ghanaians. The more they get, the people get more when they get ready to vote you, not small thing. Then you go to Ghanaians, you go in Ghana, you go to those Ghanaian people, go do Coco thing to get bosses. At the end of the day,
the thing is, I don't know if you have anything to say about it, because we don't have time.
Yeah, we don't. Definitely. We don't have enough time. Okay. So
when I was talking about the government, the executive is not the government. Of course, the president is the head of the government, but the executive member of the executive or can I just come and say, well, anything that they're doing, it is a government? No. The problem that we have, and I will always say this, the major problem in the country, the reason why the country going the way it is going is because we don't have the lawmaking body that's supposed to check uh, on the executive to make sure that the government is on the right page. They're not doing that. We have both the speaker and the deputy speaker. They are from the opposition, and anything that the executive is doing that is supposed to uh,
Mhm.
talk about to bring about checks and balances in the government, because the Liberian government is comprised of the legislative, the judiciary, the executive. Those are the three branches. One branch cannot overshadow and do the wrong thing, and then with all the other branch talking. Two times now they have denied the president, the former president, access to the VIP. We CDC is in favor of that. They don't like the president. When I say CDC, I'm talking about the speaker in the house, which is a sedition. Then the deputy speaker in the house, which is a sedition. They don't bring the executive of foot to the fire
Mhm.
regarding the treatment that they are giving to the former president.
Mhm.
Une Yege Koluba can be speaking on all of those stuff. So when we talk about Liberian government, we talk about those three branches. And the reason we have those three branches is that the two of them, they will be doing check and balances, and the judiciary will serve as a referee.
Mhm.
And that is our position. So whatever is not considered is not constitutional, we look in the law and say, look, the executive, what you're doing, this is unconstitutional. The legislative, whatever you guys are doing, yes, you have the law, but it is outside of the constitution. And for this reason, we're going to consider this null and void. That's why the judiciary is there. One a branch of government cannot just come and do something without the approval of the legislative body. That's what I said. It is not a government. Certain individuals that are within the executive, and then of course the president, who is the head of the government, is not in charge of his executive members. And for that reason, anybody can do this one, anybody can do that one, and he just because he's not fully informed with it, or he cannot find solution to problems. That's why, and like I would say that I am a CD. I mean, from the Unity Party, and I know exactly what President Bouaka is capable of doing and what he's not capable of doing, and that's why I still don't support him as president of the country.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. But I understand exactly what you guys are saying.
The thing is, it's not because the executives are doing the wrong thing, then it's not the government. It's not only when they do the right thing, then it's the government. But when they're doing the wrong thing, then it's not the government. That's not how it works. The executive runs the country with the laws of the executive, the legislature. And the executive have extra power to do certain things without even the knowledge of the executive, the legislature. So it's not because they lying to us and so that's the government. That's not how it works. You know, there's the executive telling us that they bring in buses, whether it's in the budget or it's not in the budget. Just like how George Weah used to go and run things. The hospital for us in Bapolu, it was not something that was the legislature had to approve of. It was something that he went on his own and lobbied for.
Mhm.
Okay, so when that happened, they would tell us that the Liberian government, that the government built that office. You see how the government run? There are certain things they have to go through, certain things the government can do without the knowledge of the legislature. And it doesn't mean that that's not the government. We all know that the government are three branches. which the number one branch is the legislature. But even with all that, they are number one level. The executive run the day-to-day
Yeah,
activity.
affairs of the country. Yeah.
Exactly. So sometimes, and this is coming from the highest level. These two people, these two women, the other one,
That's Benedict.
Mamaka Bility
Mamaka
told us
Benedict.
about 285 yellow machine. Nothing we see. And the other woman got up again, boom, 300 gigantic buses coming in the country, 2 years for test driving. Where all of this coming from? So when they come and they work it in the government, if those people go anywhere right now, they arrested them somewhere, they will see the Liberian high-ranking Liberian government officials being, or they are, even if they did something good, they will say high-ranking Liberian government officials came and did this, that. You know, so we cannot just. It's not a private entity. That woman ain't running any. She has no business in Liberia to say, "Oh, this is my own business, not a government business. I'm bringing in 300 bosses to come and run the country." That's not what she told us. She said the Liberian government and the procurement of Liberian government. They don't buy. They have to buy the very year we in. If I be making mistake, but I believe that's why in the law you have to buy the very year we in.
And they don't buy old items.
Exactly. You can't. Look at that thing is 10 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, 10 years old parking somewhere. We don't know when it came there, but they have used it for almost 10 years parking since 2016. So all of that is out of whack. We can't. But anyway, let's open the line and hear from our listeners.
Yeah, so we're about to go to the line. We take like 10 calls on this particular topic. Come back, we continue with our next topic. On the station this Monday evening. And so to our listeners, keep playing the Freedom Cash giveaway. Coming up by 11:59, we'll be doing our next draw. So keep playing. So you can now put in your calls to 0776 104 104. 0886 500 104. Let's get this pressing. This is our first caller.
Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Rosetta. I'm calling from my 300.
Go ahead, Rosetta.
We're not hearing him at all.
Okay.
We are not dumb people. You create that person, we are through all the states we are using for the growth experiment for my black people who has some insect territory. We are very powerful and proposing her. But this woman platform in the place of court to court. My black people never speak of court, but when it comes to campaign, the woman says that what that's put this court to act on the same situation. Are you carrying on for so that they see what is our in Ghana? You bring it and you feed it a body to you are largely like grateful to find a way to power. Then you still continue to lie with all the experience that you have in government according to you. You are made 2 million straight all this country. Coming back with nothing when president, we are trying with the very person. He will say something. You people bring around criticizing, and that's what the president said to Abraham we are on Friday. Therefore, thank you. He knows that you not be contesting. You guys present guys all free. That is what you said when they said you did our work out in front of representing.
Okay.
So have majority in the court that represent the party that gave it the way it is today. Then they don't speak to the issue because of fanatic copa. We still looking up to it. Maybe because they have been some standard that they want to remove it in the specific. You have the power of man to eat your hand.
Okay.
God that will build by President we are.
All right. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Let's get this other person on the line. Hello. Hello. Your name and where are you joining us from?
My name is Jesse calling from the Marshall Belt.
Yeah, go ahead. You are live.
and I appreciate that you both come to the shop discussion where kick off. And irrespective of former president, we should go.
Yeah, we'll come to that issue. We'll come to that issue. Well, right now we are looking at the issue of the bosses. We'll come to the issue of
The issue of the boss.
yeah. So let's just stick to that, please.
Yeah, the issue of the boss is
Mm-hmm.
the government has not involved for 1 year and individuals just came out that bringing like the state government bringing bosses and what have you. For the way for the people, going to get the way to pay for your bosses. Where the government has not going in 2 years.
All right. Okay. So you have made your point. Let's get this other person on the line on 0776 104 104 or 0886 500 104. Your name and where are you joining us from?
Yeah, good morning.
Go ahead, Chief.
My name is Activate James Abraham Kelly.
Mm.
Community.
Okay.
Thanks tonight on fascinating topic on function. My brother, it is so sad that President Bonkai told the people that have the governmental experience. So they elected thinking and they will lie to the liberal public. My brother is so sad.
Okay.
This has been a wonder and thing when this country is leading to see an old man. So all of the standing government coming to government thinking that you will bring an improvement to the African people who are speaking going Ghana and negotiating for all this, that are all this that will not sign the president of Ghana to bring in like my brother is time. My brother, I think it's time the government stop lying to people. The government lies.
Okay. All right. Thank you so kindly. You have made your point. Let's get this other person on the line. Welcome. Your name and where are you joining us from?
Hello.
Good evening. Go ahead. I'm getting you, Chief.
Okay, thank you very much.
You have a meaning. You have a meaning. So forget about that plenty introduction. I'm gonna go straight to the point.
My point is that Mayor Kepa and that's what more. I'm going with NCC and what's about.
Yeah, maybe we have time to discuss that one, but let's stick to what we are discussing here. Good evening. Your name and where are you joining us from? Hello. Dwell Wheeler, you are coming very low. Yeah, so we are talking about the issue of the bosses that were criminally brought into the country by the government of President Joseph Boakai.
My brother, thank you very much for this story. I will firstly talk about our law because each and all that we have in the house. Because I was thinking, people say, the Bible would have said that our law because in the house that we are like, they are the flag. That when they see new people, they will run there and forget what people.
Okay.
So when they pretend against the they give you judgment, they are going and they are Allah has no trust in judgment.
Okay.
But for this person, it's just a human level because they want to stay focused. We all make for thing and anything, the company that you see, the piece so they're powerful. Then they know that you stay, the party will already have
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you. You are 3 more calls and we'll go back to our team from America there. Let's get this person. Go ahead, your name and where are you joining us from?
This is James. I'm calling from 20th Street.
Jim, you have to call your full name, please.
I'm Jim Brown calling from 20th Street.
Yeah, Jim Brown, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much for jumping on that discussion. Right? But let me just let you know, this government came to power to destroy the activity people. Came to power to destroy everything, all the good things, 1% and what are built for the people. And that's what they are doing now. Even if you check at the final ministry now, you will see a lot of things going on there. If you don't believe it tomorrow, you can ask for the it will be 40. And
Okay.
now we are getting information that the Deputy Minister for Administration now
Mm.
is having a affair with Ufure, and Ufure now.
Okay, my man, that's an allegation. That's an allegation. So people, the Kwakwa thing they do now, so nobody can tell. So let's get this other person on the line. Two more callers, and we'll go back to our team. So just forget about the issue of people's personal issue here. You know, that are business. You know, let's get this person on the line. Yeah, good morning. It's already 12. Good morning. Your name and where are you joining us from? Yeah, NS, go ahead, Chief. My man, talk louder. Your new bosses, what you're happy for? The Ghana people say they're bosses. The Liberian people go down there, they do quack party to bring the bosses here. So the people say they want their bosses, they call us, they finish taking the bosses. So you don't get new bosses that the thing we're talking here, my man. So increase your voice, let people hear you. Okay. Okay. Okay, all right. So let's take this very last person and go back to our team. Yes. So good morning. Your name and where are you joining us from? Yeah. Yes. So I don't know. Yeah. Just go ahead. Yeah, so the point here is that why would the government bring bosses into the country with such issue hanging over it? That's the problem. That's not an issue. You just have to speak to what we are talking about. No, why? Who determines that? What the perspective from which I'm looking at is negative? So we are talking about the manner in which the bosses were brought into the country. Then you said a negative perspective. Yeah, but my brother, something. Let me ask you now. Let me ask you. Hey, just wait a minute. Let's have a conversation here. Hello. I will give you the time. So, if something that was not done properly at all, how do you refer to that? No. I just want you to answer me. How do you refer to that? Yeah. So now you ask me a question and you have to listen, right? Yeah. So now, Liberia have an entity, a legalized entity that is responsible to procure these kind of materials for the government, right? And so the issue of the bosses was not done through this entity. That's one thing. And when those bosses were brought into the country, you saw the controversies that was surrounding those bosses. And now information that we are unearthed that the person to whom this particular deal have been made is a criminal. So looking at the controversies surrounding the issue of those bosses with the public outcry that which have led the government to take back those bosses, how do you refer to that? Mhm.
I know the government have or anything that is involved with procurement.
Yeah.
Except that.
Yeah.
But only basic, maybe any other person
No,
will
no, don't say maybe. Don't say maybe. Uh-huh.
someone will give government a funding necessary maybe to amend the effort of the government.
Uh-huh.
The only part is that
Let that man go. Don't let him take all the
Okay,
time from you.
you're talking about maybe again. I don't want you to be saying maybe. Just go straight to the point. All right, so you have had enough time. So you have enough time. We don't have time in our favor anymore. So say you cannot speak to that. Just forget about that. You know. So these are people that sometimes see this kind of thing glaring and they will try to say things out of the way. So back to you people. I guess you got
My
some of the
brother,
color.
that's why that is the reason why I told you. I said these people think some of us are stupid, and that is stupid one that you will always meet along the way. Don't
Yeah,
waste your time with them.
we sometimes give them the opportunity so that they can be able to market this kind of
I don't care what
thing
you open
to
the
the
line
public.
for him the whole day, he would not be convinced. Trust me.
So
Okay, don't waste your time on them.
yeah, you got to call us a little bit, right?
Yeah, but we need to change the topic. We just needed to get it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
you have to. You have
I
to.
know, I know. Hmm.
One thing I want to say to you is, please, um, all the shows we listen to on this platform, these callers can be loud enough for everybody to hear. Sometime before the show, if like 10, 15 minutes, because I know probably the technician's not in there. Because
Yeah, and
really, we
secondly,
do not listen.
there's a new bowl here. This bowl is kind of leaking, and so normally as we are talking, if somebody have probably we're having a conversation, they are going to hear out there. So I'm sure the technician will work on that. That's the problem we are faced with. The bowl that we have in here is a new one here. They changed the one that was here earlier on because it had a little problem. So there's we have a new one here, and we experienced that today. So that's the reason why. So I'm sure before tomorrow, by tomorrow, this particular issue will be worked on.
This thing keep happening. This is not the first day it happened. The first time it happened. It always happening and we hardly hear the chorus. And other shows like when Winner is on, we can hear it. When some other people on, we can hear it. So I just want you to pay attention to that. The next
Mhm.
time, let it like 10 minutes to time. If you can call me, let's have a test before the show because really we want to hear the caller. I didn't hear anything any of them said. I don't know if my partner heard it. You did you hear it?
They were very low.
Very, very low, you know. But anyway, let's go on. Let's move on. It's nothing. I just want to bring it to your attention. It's nothing,
Mhm.
what they call. Please don't take it hard.
Yeah, let's go
Uh,
ahead.
yeah, let's see this president's speech. I mean, not speech, rather. They
Yes. So the former president's interaction that he had with Mr. Abraham Wynn last Friday. And so I was trying to talk about some other things that I outlined before I brought it in. And so during the time of the conversation, the former president talked about the issue of the law, a violation of the law of the state by wrongfully dismissing people and also witch hunting people who are serving tenure position by this current government. He made mention of that and also talked about the Liberian leader has been surrounded by he surrounded himself by gangsters who are advising him, and also talk about the former that's the humiliation meted against him by the boycott administration by denying him from using the VIP lodge at the Roberts International Airport on two separate occasions. And so another thing that he made mention of that got more people attention and also mine is the issue that has to do with a statement that he made that any leader who they respect another leader will end up crushing. So these are statements that are outlined from what he talked about. So I guess you people have listened as well, and so it's back to you to hear your own side of what you have grabbed from the former president's interaction.
all right. Thank you so much. All right, we all have been listening since Friday. we listened to this the present interview by AB.
Mhm.
Let me. I don't know if my brother here listened to it fully, but let me bring him in. Have you listened to the present interview by William Abraham William
Yes, I listened to it live. Abraham called.
when it was on that very day?
Yes, that very day.
Okay, what you take from that interview?
Well, so the president, being the type of person that he is, it doesn't really bother him, but he trying to let the Liberian people know that what the president is doing is very, very wrong. That is not good for the country. Uh, when President Weah, came to power, he wanted to do some things, and he said, "Well, we have the law, and these people they attend you. You cannot mess with them."
Mm.
So he did not tamper with them, especially those who still they were still in regulation.
Mhm.
But for this president, who was president of the Senate, when many of those laws, including the Tenure Act, passed. So for him, who actually was signatory or an eyewitness to such uh, enactment that gave uh, protection to people who serve in those tenure positions. So the president was telling him that those were things that when you were heading Senate as president of the Senate or as
Mhm.
vice president who controls the Senate, those things they happen under your watch. And for you to be violating those very things that were passed to law or to some sort of ordinance or to
Mhm.
some sort of enactment that gave them the protection under the law of Liberia. For you to be the one uh, not to pay attention, that is actually troubling. And as a leader, you're supposed to give due respect to other leaders. That is that is a law. Do unto others as you want for them to do unto you. President,
Mhm.
we are being a minister of the gospel, and also uh, Deacon Deacon Brakai being also an elder in the church that is also served in uh, sacred position. For you to do unto others what I mean, to do the opposite. I mean, you are actually contradicting your faith, contradicting who you're supposed to be. So he was just bringing this to the attention of the government that now that uh, be better, but the law is the law.
Mhm.
Bringing that to their attention. President Weah is a peaceful man, even though when you cross his path, he will tell you his dislike, but he will not be physical with you. The only time, probably as I now see that particular moment, but when he was playing and somebody said something to him, and I think he hair butted the person, that's the only violent act that I have read about President Weah or heard about President Weah. But when it comes to being very peaceful, being fighting for peace to be in Liberia, I have seen those, witnessed those, even with the Hollywood people here, the role that he played in order for Liberia to get the level of peace that we have, and for Liberia to maintain the peace. And when he came in, with all of the ECOWAS troops being removed from the country, for President, we had to use himself as the bouncing box. I mean, the bag, all of those stuff. So I know the kind of person he is. And you were just letting the people know that I understand everything that you are doing. For Mama Liberia, the rule of law is very important. That's what I really capture from his statement.
And there are a couple of things I took from that interview. One is the gangster part of it, which is so true.
Mm.
Okay, because these are all gangster behavior these people are doing it since they came to power. All right, killing people who are demonstrating for their rights to be heard by the same government who came to redeem them or came to rescue them.
Mhm.
For some reason, the protesting, unarmed men and women protesting in a little town, they sent reinforcement there, went and shot at them and killed them and repaid them with $5,000.
Mhm.
Those are gangster behaviors. Not respecting law, the law that you yourself put together. Came and just violating every which way. You don't care what people think because people put together to bring you into power. So you're saying they're all in favor of you. Whatever you do is okay with them. Those are gangster behavior. Police went to the university, they couldn't listen to the university student. They beat up them, they did anything they want to do to them. Those are gangster behavior.
Mhm.
Motorcyclists that campaign on your behalf disrespected the previous government. Everything they could do, chanting all over the world, all over the country. We are voting for Ome Boakai, Ome Boakai. They are the first you set example on. You didn't even give them a time frame. You just impose your will on them. Those are gangster behavior. You're not here to redeem people. Your people say, like you said to us just now, you say, oh, government work with each other. The branches of government have to work with each other. It's not just left with the executive, which is so true. Certain things the executive have to approve of it. But they're telling, oh, we bring 85 yellow machine. Our promises, we promise we want to make rules and everything looks smooth. The only thing that holding us, we are in doubt whether we should put the old man pictures on those machines or not. Telling us all of that. We ain't see one of it yet from that time to now. Those are against the behavior. Yeah, bosses here. We know nothing about bosses who they came and brought it to our attention. Oh, we're bringing 300 buses to ease up the transportations, what they call. To me, 300 is being too much. Trust me, for Liberia. 300 buses. Do you know that all county head to Monrovia, the Monrovia all? Let's assume that you send 10 each of those buses to various counties. Where are they going to be there? What they're doing? Will they put people there to go to the farm and come back? Is that really for real? 10 gigantic buses like that.
Get to the market.
Send them to people. All right. If they go, one of them go to Rawasport. Where are they transporting people? Where the money that they're going to collect from that Cape Mount, or they from Rawasport to Medina to CJ? How much money are you going to make? 10 of those buses. They will just be riding that good losses to the government. Because our gas will be wasted for nothing. Okay, these are gangster behavior. They have no plan for us. We the Liberians, they have no plan. They came to us, they said they will bring the rice price down to where it was, the $13 to $14, under $15. Instead, they did that for us. They went on and lied to us, said they will increase the rice price $2. So then the old man came the next day, he said, no, the rice price have to stay down to the same 16 something. They said they bring down to the 13 something 14. They finish forgetting about that now. They're fighting for it to be where they met it. Those are gangster behavior. All right. Firing people from their job.
Mhm.
The man who you say he didn't know anything, he meeting these people. He meeting them. All right. If he had done it, they would say, oh, the man know nothing anyway, so we will not be better. But this man meeting these people and they were getting their pay. You who know everything, we depend on you. You encourage us. You make us to go against something good. Yeah, you now. The biggest hard time we ever experienced after our Civil War, that the time is the biggest ever in our life. This is the time we experience a hard time.
Mhm.
Even the Mama Ellen Toabia, we didn't experience this hard time. George Weah time, we didn't experience this hard time we're experiencing right now. Houses are burning all over the places. Okay? Houses, transportation right now is hard. People living from one end to another, they have to struggle beyond. Those are gangster behavior. They lying to us. Nothing true inside. You see, you got ghost people, ghosts. These same ghosts that were working for the president, they were getting paid. No matter how little that pay was, but they were getting it. You with the biggest degree you have, all your men that you put in position, they had double degrees, triple degrees, but they can't handle the economy. Is this what we're going to live on? What kind of law school this lady went to be a political advisor to a whole country president, Mandela? Tell me, what kind of law school did he go to know how to advise give you a political advice? You know, these are the things we're talking about. Manya, trust me, since after the Civil War, we have never experienced hard time up to the other man right here. I think he experienced the war. You and myself were in this country, but this man experienced the war, probably. I don't know how old he was when the war ended. If he can tell us, since the war, the hard time in Liberia right now, if you ever experienced it.
Mm.
Let me stop right and send control to you. After
Okay,
you
so-
talk in the line, let's
One of the thing, Tony, to buttress the gangster aspect, which you
I forgot. Please, let me just, I beg you, please.
no, go
The
ahead.
second one I was trying to bring up, it was the same thing. All these things going on, denying the president and doing all of these negative things. And the religious, the Muslim organization sitting there, the churches organization, the Christian organization, the women organization, all these different organizations, nobody can talk.
No, they are not talking. They are not really talking.
The president hint on that too. He
Yeah.
said, I wish God can speak to these people,
Yeah.
so that they can bring sense into these people. They can put sense into these people's head. All right, this is why I want to pinpoint. That's why I say I took some things. These are the things that other people are not looking at.
Mhm. That's-
But this is they all sitting. When George Weah were doing it, they were coming out of every corner, criticizing any which way. And can you imagine when the last time in the 6 years, the hardest 6 years in this war after World War II, it was George Weah's 6 year in the war. After World War II, the hardest, people were dying every day, hundreds in the hundreds. You saw that in this New York City. You saw it. All right, the hardest, and George Weah still went through it smoothly. He went through a bit, what is hospital name?
14
The-
military hospital.
14 military hospital.
Every
He built
hospital.
roads. The Bapolo Hospital. He built roads in Caratown. All the federal roads. He maintained them, and roads in upstate up interior. In the hardest 6 years in the world ever after the World War II. Then you say you the most educated people, you can't even handle and so lies we living on. That's gangster behavior. Back to you.
Yes, even with the COVID thing that you're referencing,
Mhm.
even developed country. New York being the world financial district, financial center, capital. Uh, there were a lot of people that died in New York. Under Joria's administration, Liberia maintained the least death from the COVID. Uh, and when everything was going on, the 14 medical hospital that people were talking about, that was the rescue center that were able spread these people out so that they will not be infected with the virus. So President Weah did a lot of stuff, but the problem that is going on when the president talk about a gangster is that there are certain individuals who have personal things against the president, and those personal things that they have, those are the same people that Wakai put around himself, uh, so that those people will be able to do the dirty work for him. And that is what is going on. He disrespected President Weah when he was in power, and he humiliated him by
Mhm.
referencing him as, oh, that little boy, that boy, he cannot do the man's job, and all those stuff. And then, of course, we saw that this young man, and one of the Liberian political leaders said that this man, if you're talking about age purpose, then yes, then he's a boy. But when it comes to leadership, when it comes to understanding government, then he's not a boy, because his one of his leadership things that he did to you, Mr. Bagai, um, as former leader of the country, nobody did that. You were very, very ill. He came to your rescue. He provided a security for you. And in fact, uh, when I used to visit Baka's house, or they didn't have any security boot, all those guys, they were either standing right side the house, but there was no security boot until when President Ria came in, and when they gave facelift to the place there, wherever he was staying, and then were able to have a place for the security to be. But during our 12 years, when I used to stop by there, nothing. Those guys didn't have any kind of secure place. I'm talking about the security guys.
Okay.
But President Weah did all of these things because he understands the need of the people, and that we need to work together in order to build a vibrant Liberia. In order for to build a healthy Liberia, we need to work together, and that's why he's telling the people. And those that are not doing the thing that they're supposed to do, that want to be a gangster, criminally minded. That's why he using those kind of terminology that when you have gangster around you, they don't do anything but they do gangster things, such as depriving somebody the rifle or entitlement, things like that. So that's what I wanted to.
All right, my brother.
Okay.
Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
So that's good. Thanks to the both of you for outlining your takeaway from the president, the former president's conversation. I said mine earlier on, so it is now time for us to reactivate the lines and to get our
Let
callers.
them know that we are not going back to the bosses. Anybody talk
Yeah,
about the
yeah,
bosses,
sure,
you'll
definitely.
be on your own.
Okay, definitely. All right, so you can now put in your call. So 0776 104 0886 500 104. Let's get this person on the line. Good morning.
morning. I'm still on this, but it's not very interesting. You know, and when President we are very aggressive on Friday, so I don't know that one of the panelists for the yesterday. When it comes to the Muslim and the Christian community, we were highly saying positive in President we are still here. But still the problem of a person to what is mostly we are still going silent. What are the people who are sexual strategy? And this person is a person that because people within the basket church, which of course is voting that they are having all the church, yes, that or two was going to cut for pointing our people in the basket, I will be part of the God one basket. because the camp was both the same. So when you type of reactor, it's true. You could say you take people our environment to the lab, but today have the worst reactor that they that they put in the back.
Okay.
Where I was thinking for the other.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So, Mr. Tunis, just check your messenger. Just respond to that text very quickly. Let me see because I did some setup here. Let me get this other person in line. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Your name and where are you joining us from?
Chief, I'm calling from rehab.
Okay. Go ahead, Chief.
I want to say thank you to you all for the discussion. So, I want to begin by saying, I don't know if we still have the religious leaders in the country.
Mm.
And for me, I'm a Muslim, I'll go directly to this store. I won't call him my I like. We used to be all around the radio station, around there, and the religious thing, and I'm fasting. I don't know where it is today.
Mm.
I did not say what is happening in the country. I'm mostly getting like about the man I like. Because today, God put me somewhere, it cannot be no more or religious leaders, no more talking again. Why would you tell me that instead of former leaders? So tomorrow, when you leave the position, should they do the same to you? So
Yep.
I think that the former president said it is wrong. Those people have to work on now for check. Because tomorrow, you will have people.
Okay.
This discussion might be different. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. Let's get this other person on the line. This person. Good morning. Good morning. Your name and where are you joining us from? Washington. Go ahead.
Yeah, first of all, I would like to say thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I said they were very disappointed. There we were expecting the federal government to do something well for us.
Mm-hmm.
This was veterans that were able to find a way for something to bad.
Okay.
So I would like to say this in short.
Mm.
The first people are saying that our laws record as capital.
Mm.
They don't the position. But as they go back and they get it, they're supposed to look around. But this is what we do. These people, when they do that, they are gentle. They tend to play the address people. They tend to see the way our resources.
Mm-hmm.
They have nothing to offer us. So really, when I end, if I was a travel, I would have to change this particular government.
Okay.
I'm going to put the intention. I'm looking at our representatives there. They kept telling all the people happy. We are our country. We cannot speak on anything. What is going on? What
Okay.
is going on?
All right.
And this problem I was not addressing.
Mm.
Going to finance the country.
Yeah, we are already done. We are already done with that issue. Yeah. Okay, thank you. So somebody will call you on the female's line so you can call back while we usher in this next caller. Good morning, your name and where are you joining us from? Hello? Good morning, you are live. Go ahead, Chief.
How are you?
I'm fine.
My name is Mr. Benjamin Kanye. They are very double-headed.
Okay, go ahead, Chief.
Where I joined the conversation from that. I listened to sports talk. I listened to video radio.
Mm.
You were talking on so many issues that were in Liberia.
Mm.
See, where all they are even listening about this Hong Kong, but when you walk over there, when they get right,
Okay.
they get up with the poor, they get up with the rich, the richest people.
All right.
And now, the Ghana is not going out. Now, that's the way I'm moving. You come because the war, everything, because many places, the war, that's very terrible. So let's go with you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. You have made your point. Let's get this next person on the line. This person, All right, so good morning. Good morning, man. Your name and where are you joining us from? Okay, man, go ahead. Okay, so they are listening. Let's get this other person on the line. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. Your name and where are you joining us from, Chief? Yeah, go ahead. Mhm. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. So keep putting your calls to 0776 104 104 086 500 104. And now we are, taking calls on the issue that has to do with the former president recent appearance through a telephone conversation, recent discussion had with on Freedom FM regarding the boycott administration. Let's get this next person on the line. Good morning. Your name and where are you joining us from? Good morning. Okay, so we can get that person. Let's get this other person on the line. Good morning. Good morning. Your name and where are you joining us from? Okay, go ahead, Chief. Mhm. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. So let's get this person from let get this international caller. All right. So this person. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm fine, Chief. Where exactly are you calling us from?
This is Adil Masari. I'm calling from Maryland, USA.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Mansali.
Thank you. The problem here with President Bwakai is this is really frustrating.
Hmm.
President Bwakai, he been in government for all of these years, and
expecting to do what is happening in the country. You came to rescue our country from George Weah, who was helping the Liberian people. Well, since you took over today, we haven't seen anything that you have done for people to even say, hail you for, to say, oh yes, it is true indeed, the president came to rescue the country.
Oh, we lost our caller. Hope you can call back. We'll definitely take you. Hope you can call. If you can, we will get you on the line once again. So let's get this person from this local line. Good morning. Good morning, sir. Your name and where are you joining us from? Go ahead, Jimmy.
Yeah, my brother, thank you for the show. You know, we love to respond the rush too much. And they say when you rush, you crush. No public can expect to say more. In the country, and to live with the highest standard to the people. I'm going to tell you something. When you take in the book of Psalms, you say what you not listening to the phone and cry, yes, when you really come back, we never listen. So, yeah, you know, that was when you never listen to the phone, people cry. So, that ain't no the phone, people. Because you're going to say they would be. The same way to me, the same way to me, and they went to their brother, Mary, and then they say, oh, back to their brother, and they knew that, oh.
Okay.
Rest for 1,000, I mean, over 3,000, 4 they went to their brother. So I know what we're with, like, people, that the tell you my brother, we never happen here when living in a country. We never get life from them.
Oh wow. Okay, so you made your point. So let's go back to this our international caller. So yeah, go ahead. You are on the line and you slip off.
The day our international football private did that.
I'm sure. All right, so you can call back. Just call me on plus 231 776 718151 plus 231 776 718151. I'll definitely get you on the line. So let's take more calls here. This person, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where are you joining us from?
Good morning, Dr. Good morning, Secretary Chief of Government. Okoye calling from 17 Street. This is not back to Avenue. Hello?
Go ahead, you are live.
Thank you for giving the opportunity. I just wanted to appreciate you guys for the home proceeding. Let me get the secretary. Most of the time, let me tell you, people found there were dollars, nice thing about former president. And you see what you're going to find. What I want for you to do for us, please. Please come on board CBD. So I need to correct some of the measures that is wrong. Now, let me proceed. The former president was very right. Okay, Joseph Butler was not the one. The president Joseph Butler was not the one that would make change. There will be other number of people, there will be other political leaders, there will be the change that you will see in my pocket, our president, current president, who shares 2 years as vice president, former president, already given to that is complete about our Joseph Butler as president. Not even manage as a chair for TPP. Like people today, locally, they have the experience, they have the contact. Where are the contact at the restaurant? Where are the contact? Where I'm just becoming president. You related all different countries. What are the different magic to what you can see beside the new what is around the world that you're coming. So why are the contact? Why are the experience? Because we're supposed to be benefiting from the experience. Because everybody here, president, they're all going to take a long time, wires, or whatever, which is all positions lying that they never do benefit. And you continue to see it's continue to benefit from a president, John Deere. He did not do anything in this country. Now, there is no person that is all taken by the government. All the technology that they are putting with is the whole government
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so we're still taking more calls here, coming up by the 10 minutes to one. Then we'll go back to our team for their party comment and also to talk about issues that have been talked about by you, the callers. Okay, so let's get this other person on the line. Good morning. Your name and where are you joining us from? Okay, go ahead. Mm. Mm. Okay. All right. So, okay. Thank you so much. That got his next person on the line. Good morning. I'm fine. Your name and where are you calling from? Okay. Go ahead, Jeff. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. All right. And the minister, he will be looking up to the Liberian people to call upon him. And if the Liberian people call upon him, definitely he will accept their call to run. So let's get this other person on the line. This person. Good morning. Good morning. Your name and where are you joining us from? Maru, go ahead, man. Mm. Go ahead, man. Mm. Mm-hmm. Morning.
Well,
Mm.
it's a good account.
Go ahead.
We are around it. We
Uh,
want to score.
mhm.
That we're always the fire, when you put your love on there, the very level, the very thing, that everyone is like that. The whole, the electricity, the whole, no, the last time, like, we are going to react to it. The kind of thing we do. Also, you know what? Why do you like what? Children, you know what? Get them. Why? Why? I try to win.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. So we'll take like three calls and just go back to our team. Three call each of the callers 1 minute. 1 minute, please. Go ahead. You are welcome. Go ahead. Go ahead, Chief. Okay. All right. Thank you. So the second to the last caller, this person. Good morning. Your name and where are you joining us from? Okay. Go ahead, Chief. Mm. 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 Mhm. Mm. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. We are almost out of time. Let's get this last caller on the line. Good morning. Your name and where are you joining us from?
Good morning, my dear brother, and to the Solomons in the United States. I'm James Brown Makamara, and I joined the conversation from Ghana.
Mm.
I'm from the Tampa, and we love it for Clubhouse.
Go ahead.
Brother, yeah, thank you. Thanks for this question. It makes my point clear on the issue of the former President George Michael Weir.
Mm.
That, you know, not kind of him. You may not be one, but the first thing I kind of was the business of
Mhm.
is from peace and stay in the competition. We need to make it a peace to talk down before respect because the issue of making peace is about we need to respect one another.
Mhm.
And then especially people who respect you yesterday won't give you that mutual respect
Mhm.
yesterday. So, but you respect people so they will keep on respecting you and you are in the birth of the respecting them.
Mhm.
They will not make a peace that you want for everyone. So it was what he spoke of
Okay.
about for peace. So let me see if we respect one another and then the issue of respecting them also. Again, about brothers, sometimes you take that into life consideration. Whatever that you want.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you so. Thank you so kindly. You happen to be our very last caller. We are already out of time. We are not taking call anymore. Thanks to you people who call and put forward your point, and other people who tried to call but could not make their way through. So back to you, Mr. Tunis and Mr. Baka Reeves.
Yeah, before we say anything of him and including our closing remark, what
Mhm.
did you get from them? Because really, we were hearing some and some was very hard to get. So what did you get from some of the call? I know you won't get everything, but what did you get from the one you understood?
Yeah, so the callers, as usual, they were in line with whatsoever thing that were mentioned here, and they actually appreciated the president for coming up to express himself. Probably say to talk about things that the Liberian people in the society alleged are faced with. So some of them, as usual, expressed regret, as other people who then were able to talk to other people in the community, make them to understand about, taking into consideration of voting for the then president. They made mention of that they exerted a lot of effort to, talk to people who are now regretting for decision that they made yesterday, to inform them that those decisions that they made yesterday is actually leading this country to where we are going now. And so these are things they actually talk about, but they actually appreciated the president for coming up to speak about these ills that the country is currently faced with.
Cousin Solomon, what is your take on the caller's opinion?
Well, the whole thing is I'm trying to open my ears up to see, to really hear them, but most of the colors, they were low, so I really did not get that much information from the colors. Hopefully, next time we'll be able to have a better sound. But I want to believe that AI, in line with what we are discussing, except the first guy who did not understand, or probably he just wanted to um, say what he wanted to say.
Mhm.
But I just thank God of the callers for their contribution. Sorry that we couldn't hear everything in detail, but Liberia is what we have, and all of us here we love Liberia. It doesn't matter what political party. If somebody is messing up the country, we need to talk. We need to find solution.
And,
Uh,
another thing, very quickly, there was a caller who called, and what he said was, normally whenever you are laying, you are talking about these kind of issues, most of the times you are always silent with the former president. So he's calling upon you to, because according to you, you are a UP partisan, and so he's asking, why is it that you can just come over, be on the opposition bench to be able to correct some of those wrong?
but I think I can better do do that by being with them and letting them know. And all of
Right.
them, even in our chat room here, uh, they know my position. Most of them know that they don't consider me to be somebody that is patriotic to a political party, but someone who is patriotic to Liberia. So it doesn't matter whether you're in CDC or you're in Liberty Party. We all need to speak the truth. When your party is doing the wrong thing, say it. And when they're doing the right thing, of course, say it. I know President Weah, a lot of things that he did for which I decided to support him was President Weah was there for my people. When I say my people, I'm talking about the grassroots. And President Weah always mentioned that to those other young people who came on board to the unit, to the CDC, that everybody cannot work in government, but let us make sure that what we stand for, that these people benefit. That is a populist party, that is a grassroots party, that these people should benefit. And of course, some of them, they comply, some of them did not, many of them did not. So again, I don't have to cross party. The only party that I'm praying for is a party that have not been established yet, but I would like to see the United People's Liberty Party. Once that party is formed, then I will decide whether I will stay with with Unity, or I will change. So when I say the United People's Liberty Party, G. Barker Matthews is the father of multi-party democracy in Liberia, and he hailed from the Bassa Belt, and we have Councillor Bronskin, who brought in the Liberty Party, who also hailed from the Bassa Belt. So putting those two political parties, putting them together, will give us the United People's Political Party, because Barker's Matthew Party was the United People's Party, and then we have the Liberty Party. So if we put two of them together, we can get the United People's Liberty Party. And that will reduce the number of political parties that we have. But other than that, I will be with the Unity Party, and I will talk about the ills that are in a party. That's what I will do. And even if CDC does something that is not correct, I will talk about it. And I have done that before. When President Weah gave people, everybody across the board, free tuition and things that, especially at the university level. I said, well, if I were President Weah, I wouldn't do that. I would only give it to those who cannot afford. I know most of those Indians guy or Lebanese guy or other nationalities in the country whose children go to the University of Liberia, they can afford it. So I will not just do it across the board. Certain people will be entitled to that kind of tuition free, paying their wire fee. But that's me. That's what I would do. I will not just do it across the board. But that's what I have to say.
All right, thank you.
We Liberians sometimes we make certain decisions, and that's the makeup falls short. And that's one of the decisions we made when we got rid of President Weah. We so hated him so much, the money boys, the gangster, that he was not allowing them to take over, to dictate to him. He was doing all of this in our interest. In our interest. Because when you are a government like the way the government is today, all those boys that spend money to bring the old man to power, they have to get their cut. You know this and I know this. This is obvious. Myself sitting here, if you spend money on my behalf, and I succeeded in doing something, and I have to help you out, I have to help people, you will be the first if you're in need of that help. That's what's going on in Liberia right now. Too many people were involved in getting rid of George Weah. Too many criminals, including Stanton. They have a whole platform. They made a whole platform to interfere in the good things he was doing for us, to make it look bad in our eye. We see the good, but we turn it to bad. We saw how he changed the marketplaces with little of nothing. When everything was gone, the NGO, all of them left Liberia. All of them. The railway market, he rebuilt that market. Tuala market all over. He said a market will eat, disrespecting the kindness, the good things this man was doing with our taxpayer money. When other people were not even thinking like that, the market will eat. Then the man go against that, making rules to convenience us. And that rule will eat. Then he went again, he started building hospitals. Like when the man building hospital with no medicine. Oh, then he go again and start saying, all our high school children must not pay wise fee, the government will be responsible for it, university mustn't pay tuition. Oh, we ourselves can pay our children's school fee. This gross disrespect and ungratefulness to God himself. You know, like some people, when they come in America, somebody brought in America for their own betterment. They will say, even if you had not brought me, I would have stayed. Come. That's gross disrespect and ungratefulness.
Sure.
That's what we did to the previous government. Every good thing that he made a playground for us, a park that we never ever once in of a kind in West Africa. Once of a kind in West Africa. Everybody running to it today. Oh, that park we will eat. Oh, what's wrong with us? Yeah, the hard time we eat now. The hard time we eat. Yes, let's eat it. Let's eat the hard time and see what good we had before. Let's eat the hard time. I'm sorry it's coming this way. But we call for this ourselves. And the motorcyclists then feeling the pain right now. They are limited where they used to go. The money they used to make every day, they are not making it like now. They force them now they are limited to where they go. They say, we want to have, there was depending on sedition to go and protest for them. I will see the stupid sedition, then I will go and protest for motorcyclists. You will bear your own pain. That's being ungrateful. It's like I don't have money. I'm standing on the roadside and I stop you. I say, my man, today I get no money. Please take me to my destination. You take me there. The next time I see you, I start saying all kind of stupid thing to you. Instead of me appreciate that, why you did to George Weah? George Weah ain't worried. He got money. God gave him that money through his own talent. It's not your effort. It's not government money. Say it's through our money. He had money. George Weah will never go broke. His son alone is a millionaire. He had property in the Great America. Great America, he had property. And not one, not two, not three. He had multiple property in this country, in Liberia, in Ghana, in Jamaica. That man like that, you would think he's suffering. Now we the one that's suffering now. But anyway, guys, thank you for listening. By the grace of God, we all will go through this hard time. Those who will die at your own time. Those who will live to tell the story. By the grace of God, I will live in the 6th year to tell the story. But this is one of the hardest, the toughest time we ever experienced. And we experience it. By the grace of God, God was sorry for us. Thank you again. This is your good friend Suleiman Hashim Tunis coming to you live from Radio LRB, Liberia's #1 online radio station here on Staten Island, New York, with Freedom FM 87.9, the most listened to radio station in the nation capital. Again, we pray that we see you tomorrow. Tomorrow will be another day. Thank you, my brother. You have anything to say it, and we can say good night to you.
All right. So I just want to appreciate our listeners. I appreciate everybody, people who call. Thanks so kindly. And so tomorrow, the team will be here with another fascinating topics. So stay tuned. And coming up next by the 1:30 will be the Freedom Crown Wash show. Thank you so much from my end, and it was nice having you people here this.
Colin Solomon, good night. We see go and you gotta go to work tonight.
No, I'm not going to work tonight.
You're too tired from
Yeah,
Philadelphia.
tired.
Okay, my man Steven, thank you for hosting us.
But how is it
You
sound
look
though?
sharp today, man. What happened? What's your program? I
I'm telling
mean,
you that
what's
man
your
in blue, man
sharp
in navy
today?
blue. I
I
know.
mean, I was trying to say, but I was scared a little bit. Why?
I'm my buzzer color.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
All right,
So,
So now I remember why I call you. I remember you asked me. You saw a missed call from me, right?
yeah.
There was a Liberian called the JCC group.
Uh-huh.
okay.
They had a function here yesterday. I mean, I think it was on Saturday, and I was at that function. I was trying to see. I'm from Bassa too. I was trying to see from we area, but I was missing the thing. I said we. That's what I call you.
Oh, okay.
I
Oh,
call you to get a little hint of it.
I missed that too.
The
Yeah.
we nation,
We
yeah.
nation, yeah.
I forgot. I say we
Or
city.
you should have said to them, Weebly.
Oh, okay, all
That's
right.
now
That's what I call you.
one other way of saying the naked way. And then that's a whom or we.
I kept
We
saying I'm from we nation, but the people ain't
Weebly,
understand where is nation. Where is we nation? Not knowing that we what?
we nation. But it's we statutory district.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. And actually it's district number 3. Uh
District number 3. Okay.
yeah,
All right.
so that is it. But something that actually maybe we'll talk about it another time is about the bishop that they chased from his compound because he want to bring in about this gay and lesbianism in the Methodist church and the particular Methodist church in Gompa or somewhere in Nimba. They said
Yeah,
no, that is not what God wanted them. So we cannot bring this. They said they want to
yeah,
regionalize
yeah,
it.
yeah. So
I think
yeah,
that was going to be one of the a good topic because people bringing all kinds of crazy things in our country,
yeah. So
especially things like
I hope next morning we'll look at that because I'm from the Methodist Church as well, and we are looking into that in Ganta when that occurred, and so we even carried that on our news. And a few weeks ago, we listened to the bishop. He rejected such allegation. He said that the church is not into that, but yet and still, there are some issues on the ground. So I hope we will do further investigation, and probably if that is accepted by you people, then we can discuss it next month.
And another one I want to bring to your attention too is Salala rubber plantation shut
oh
down
yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
the
yeah,
so all of
definitely.
this happening in the country. This is
oh yeah. I
this
saw they burned somebody's
Yeah,
home
that
there.
happened.
That's a
That
manager.
yeah, the manager that happened during the course of last week, and the incident actually led to the company shutting down.
yes.
Yeah.
But
So these are the
Okay,
things.
my
this is why it's very important. If the government is not capable
Mhm.
to find solution to these things, you will always get this stuff, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
that's why we are going through. Like
And these are just something solvable issue. That's something that probably the president will send people there to resolve those issues.
no, they said people over there they're going to kill them. They're going to start shooting at them.
no, the thing is that
Thank God they didn't
it's
send
not
somebody
just
there.
it's not just sending people there. When you love your people and you prioritize your people, you find a solution. The country they're getting a lot of money from the people. They're not paying them.
I see you guys,
So
man.
so
Next
some
tomorrow,
like
next Monday.
they pay $3. Some other place they pay $3 per whole day, and then they make those people to tap about 700 rubber trees or even 800 rubber trees. That is bad.
Yeah. So we'll look into that next morning by the special grace of God.
All right. Good night, man. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you so much. All right. So Okay, so see